Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today will be big box store plant shopping at Lowe's out in Prosper, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing that thumbs up or like button for this video. I know you want to, I know you need to, so please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up button for this video, as well as give me a follow on Instagram at Grow Folds. That's the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me. You can see it is a beautiful late afternoon. I just got off of work and I wanted to go ahead and check out this Lowe's location before I headed home to see what kind of plants that they have to offer. I'm going to show you some outdoor garden plants, but the main event is definitely going to be the indoor tropical plants. So stay tuned till the very end of the video to see what plants I will find, and maybe, just maybe, I may end up buying a plant. I've been really good about just managing my finances and my budget because I did spend quite a bit of money when I went to PlantCon 2025 in Houston, Texas. But you can see this is one of my favorite Lowe's to go to because it is in close proximity to where I am based at. For those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. And before we get into the actual plant shopping video, I did want to show you this plant soil that I have been using called Classy Rabbit soil. If you have not heard of Classy Rabbit soil is actually a local business based out in McKinney, Texas, and it actually features rabbit manure as one of the main ingredients. My question is, have you pooped on your plant today? Because if you have not pooped on your plant today, plant foldies, you must try pooping on your plants. This is one of the best soils I've ever used. You can see that I am actually potting up one of the Aglaonema that I bought from another local plant shop called Peta's Planters. You can see that the soil is super chunky. All of the ingredients are 100% naturally sourced. A lot of the ingredients includes obviously rabbit manure, pumice, rice hull, and also composted food waste. So this actually is naturally sustainable. I love the fact that this is a local small business, and I definitely believe in the product. You know, I've been talking about Classy Rabbit soil for quite a while, and you know, for those that have been following my big box or plant shopping videos, know that I've actually given up on soil substrates for a while, and then I started potting up a lot of my plants in semi-hydroponic substrates like Lechuzapon or Leca. But Classy Rabbit soil has pretty much revived my confidence in soil because it is fast draining, it still retains moisture. And for those that also follow my journey with plants, I love Aglaonemas, and I end up getting Aglaonemas from overseas. So you'll see that I have potted up this Aglaonema, and you can see how fast draining the soil is. If you have not tried a bag of Classy Rabbit, I would really highly suggest at least giving it a try. You know, not everybody is into soils, but I do feel like every single penny you use to buy Classy Rabbit soil is definitely worth it. Your plants are absolutely going to love it. Several plant foldies and my viewers have actually tried this soil. They really love that it is fast draining and it helps really establish the roots because it has some natural mycorrhizae that really creates a very suitable environment for the plant's roots. And then you can see right here, this is the bag of Classy Rabbit soil, and I love the fact that this is another amazing soil that I ran into, and the fact that it is a local small business out in North Dallas in McKinney, Texas makes it even better. Please shop classyrabbitsoil.com. Use the promo code GROWFOLDS to actually get a free bag of soil conditioner. You just have to add the Classy Rabbit soil plus soil conditioner and use that promo code Grow Fold. So anyways, as you can see right here, plant foldies, we are about to enter this Lowe's location. So a couple of life updates. You'll notice that I haven't been as consistent about doing big box or plant shopping videos. I do apologize. You know, things have just gotten super busy with work. And for those that did not know, this past weekend, I actually had my little babies out roaming. So if you guys don't know, I actually have two baby chickens, a barn rock hen, as well as a Rhode Island red. I called my babies Catriona and Charlotte. Well, there was an actual hawk that almost got both of my little baby chickens. One went missing for a good 3 hours, but I did want to just shout out Luke for saving my little baby chickens. He did not give up on searching for Catriona. What he did was he actually took Charlotte, my barred rock hen, baby chicken, and she kept on making little calling noises, and eventually we heard another calling noise from my neighbor's backyard. Luke jumped over the fence, and lo and behold, he found Catriona there. So so thankful that the hawk did not actually make my babies prey. And now I know that if I'm going to let my babies out and about, my baby chickens out and about, I have to be out there with them. I did end up getting a coop with a little mesh that covers that area, so they will be protected from aerial predators. So thank you to the plant foldies that actually gave me their concern, gave me positive vibes. And you know, when it comes down to it, miracles really do happen, because I really did think that Catriona, my baby chicken, was a goner. So just a little life update. I know that a lot of you guys like to follow my life as well as outside of just the big box store plants I feature, but let's talk about the plants. Let's talk about these plants. So you'll see that I am featuring some crepe myrtles. Crepe myrtles are flowering trees or shrubs that actually start to post up and actually bloom around this time of the year. They really like hot weather, and so with Texas having very hot summers, this is one of the plants that does extremely well. Actually, crepe myrtles don't like really wet environments because they are more susceptible to mildew. So hot summer, full sun actually does well for crepe myrtles. They're actually pretty drought tolerant as well. And then you'll just see right over here, I'm gonna spin around and just show you some of the succulents and cactus. One thing I also love about Lowe's is that they always have full and stock plants, whether it's in the indoor tropical plant section, which we are going to get into, so stay tuned for that, but the outdoor garden section. Most Lowe's also have very healthy looking plants. I would even say that whenever you're going big box or plant shopping for garden plants, I would definitely recommend Lowe's because they have really good merchandising. You can see right here, we have some tropical patio plants. We've got a lot of mandevilla flowers, which are offered by Costa Farms. So not only does Costa Farms offer indoor tropical plants, they also have all of these outdoor patio tropical plants. So mandevilla flowers, we've got bird of paradise, we've got some crotons and cordyline plants, which we will be looking at. But it is a beautiful late afternoon in North Dallas. And you know, as far as going big box store plant shopping, plant foldies, I mentioned this in so many of my videos, but a lot of this is very therapeutic for me. While I may not actually be buying plants at Lowe's, I do love the fact that I can just walk around here with my phone, film some plants, and really practice mindfulness and just really enjoy the beautiful leaves. So you can see proven winners, heart to heart caladium hybrids, $6.97, I believe. These are some of my favorite plants to look at. I love caladiums. Caladiums are very colorful plants. This one is the Caladium Radiance by Proven Winners plants. Now, Proven Winners plants, whether it is outdoor gardening or indoor tropical plants like the Proven Winners Leaf Joy series, you can see that their caladiums are just stunning. I love the fact that that red veining just looks like it is bleeding across the leaf, and it is just another work of art. It just really looks like somebody had painted these leaves with watercolors. I love it. And you know, as far as this particular caladium, Proven Winners plants for the garden are actually really good hybrids because they really get the good genetics for these plants. So not only are they drought tolerant, they're a little bit more sun tolerant, and they are adaptable to becoming a houseplant. Now, as far as caladiums, they tend to do much better outdoors in a shaded area versus indoors, because caladiums are plants that they will go dormant. So if you don't have enough heat in your space indoors, if they don't get enough light, they will go dormant. But as far as caladiums, I wouldn't mind trying to grow them as an indoor plant. However, as we've talked about this in a lot of my big box or plant shopping videos, it is all about moderation. You know, there is a question of whether you are a plant enthusiast, a plant collector, or a plant hoarder. I would go out and say that I am a plant hoarder at this point because I cannot stop myself from buying aglaonemas. And you already know, aglaonemas are my favorite plants. I talk about aglaonemas all the time. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are tired about me talking about aglaonemas, but I really do believe that particular house plant is so underrated. So again, please use the hashtag popularize aglaonema because we need to get that trending. Another plant that I would also like to get trending are lantana. So you can see all of these beautiful flowering ground cover lantanas. They're super heat tolerant and drought tolerant, very fast growing plants. So if you ever have an area where you want to get some blooms, they're also perennial, so they come back year after year. Grow lantana. Now this is literally the first time I've ever seen a Tradescantia Nanook for in a hanging basket. This is only for $19.98, and I was super tempted. I may come back for a hanging basket of Tradescantia Nanook. I mean, look at this. Plant foldies, leave in the comment section if you think this is stunning. Please leave in the comment section if you would buy this hanging basket of a Tradescantia Nanook offered at Lowe's location. I mean, this is such a beautiful plant. I love the pink coloration on it. I remember Tradescantia's Nanook back in 2000, just back in 2020, and just, a couple years back when the pandemic hit. This plant for just a cutting was already expensive, and now 5 years later, this plant can be found at a big box store, and I love it. You can see that they do have hanging baskets right here, and we also have beautiful hanging baskets of these begonias, these wax begonias. I love the fact that they have such beautiful, precious looking flowers. And for $12.97, that is a nice annual plant that you could have. And then we also have Croton petras. With crotons, I love them, but they really are meant to grow as like an outdoor tropical plant versus trying to grow crotons indoors. They're just more challenging because they need all of that light. If you don't give them enough light, they will drop their leaves. If you are not consistent with the watering, they will drop their leaves. They will tell you if they are unhappy in terms of a plant. But crotons, they remind me of my home country where my family is from, the Philippines. Proud Filipino American here. I have to always shout that because with today's climate right now, with whatever is going on in the United States, it is still very much important to celebrate diversity and really just be proud of your heritage. And as far as a lot of Filipinos, there are a lot of Filipino content creators that create content for plants, but more so, a lot of these plants that we are looking at as indoor tropical plants are endemic to a lot of Southeast Asian countries like the Philippines. Like croton plants, they are literally full-blown trees in the Philippines. And if you could just see the mature versions of them, I would recommend checking out my playlist of my vacation of plants that I filmed while I was out in the Philippines literally last year. I would love for y'all to see what they look like in their native habitat. But as far as these plants right here, I'm just going to walk around and show you a lot of these outdoor ground covers, and then we are going to mosey our way into the indoor tropical plants, because specifically in today's video, I want to feature Live Trends design plants and urban jungle plants and really talk about the stylistic approach, the style aesthetics for plant styling. So definitely stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to walk around here and just show you all the other plants that they have in the outdoor section. plant foldies, you can see this massive Aglaonema silver bay right here. I absolutely love Aglaonemas, and this is a classic Aglaonema. It is one that I often talk about just because I know that this is a plant that is often overlooked. And you can see right here, $49.98. It is a big plant. It is one that for care tips, you just have to wait till the soil is completely dry, water it, and you can still put it in a lower light condition. This is drought tolerant, low light tolerant. The greener varieties of Aglaonemas are a little bit more hardy, and the Aglaonema Silver Bay has a beautiful silver metallic tone about it. And if you have a darker space, this is one of the plants I would recommend that you can still put in there and fill up a space with such beautiful foliage. If you haven't already picked up an Aglaonema, I would highly recommend it. And then you can just see right over here, lots of plant products. So we've got different types of soils, different types of soil substrates. Lowe's is a place that if you are looking to save some money, if you want to do some plant shopping and also plant accessories, this is where you want to get your plant supplies. Lots of different types of fertilizers. You've got Miracle Grow, you've got organic options as well. And as far as all of the organic options, I love using worm castings to mix into my actual soil substrates. Really like that because I feel like it does help with the mycorrhizae and just really creates a suitable environment for the roots to really develop and become strong. And then you can just see right over here, we've got some more substrates and things that you can mix in your soils. But it's a beautiful afternoon. You can see that the outdoor section has so many different types of plants to pick from, and we are about to walk into the indoor tropical section. But I did want to go walk over here again, plant foldies, and take a look at the beautiful begonias and then the hanging baskets of like Tradescanthia nanook. I just couldn't believe that they actually had Tradescanthia nanooks in hanging baskets, and it is only for $19.98. Unfortunately, I didn't end up buying it because I actually have Tradescanthia nanook propagations that I took earlier this year, and that pot of Tradescanthia nanook have actually grown very well. I actually have it growing in full sun, but let's take a look at how beautiful the pink variegation is on this particular Tradescanthia. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, what you think of this particular plant. Would you buy it? Is it something that you would add to your plant collection? Because when it comes to pink plants, that is one that I will always recommend because I just love pink plants. And that's the reason why I like Aglaonema a lot, because there's so many pink varieties. But this is my favorite Tradescanthia. I mean, you can look at this right here. The foliage is large. You can take a cutting. You don't even have to put it in water. You can just stick it straight into soil and it will root for you. And I mean, I've never really seen hanging baskets of Tradescanthia nanook, so that is always a surprise for me. It is a pleasant surprise. It's one that makes me super happy because why not have pink plants to look at. This is another plant find whenever you go to big box stores, and that's what makes it exciting, is just being able to go to big box stores and not only go window plant shopping, but just find different types of plant finds that you may not necessarily expect. That's what makes shopping in general exciting, because you might have a budget, you might have some type of idea of what you want to buy, but you never know. Those impulse buys happen because you find plants like the Tradescanthia nanook. And you can see right over here, this is the dragon wing begonia, beautiful foliage, and I love the pink flowers right over here. Lowe's is always going to have very good and consistent in stocks when it comes to plants, and it's one where I would always recommend you going.
Hey guys, I'm Janae from Janae Simone.
I'm Steve from I Love Plants.
And I am Richie from Grow Folds, and we are
Cultivation Corner. We are so excited. We have a plant podcast. We talk about any and everything, all things plants, and we premiere every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube at cultivation_corner. So be sure to tune in and watch us.
Follow us also on Instagram, and be sure to share our videos and our episodes with all of you plant lovers. We need more cultivators, right,
Yes.
Steve?
Yes, we do. So what are you going to do? You're going to share the video.
You have to.
You have to. Today. All right, guys.
Today.
We'll see you on the next one. you haven't already and you made it this far into the video, after this video, please make sure you do a search for Cultivation Corner Plant Podcast on YouTube. Please subscribe. Please binge watch season 1 and season 2 because we are getting ready to start filming and get season 3 ready for a season premiere out in the fall. But as you can see right here, today's video is going to be centered around looking at Live Trends Design plants. So you'll see that there is a full end cap full of beautiful Live Trends Design plants. This one right here is a new planter. You can see that it's got some woven aesthetic on it, and then you can see that this is a beautiful Epipremnum aureum marble queen pothos. You can even call it a snow queen. High variegation on this plant, and you can see that as far as Live Trends Design, they really push the envelope in terms of modern stylistic aesthetics when it comes to your planters. So if you are somebody that likes modern looking planters, something that's a little bit more minimalistic, has a little bit more style, Live Trends Design hands down has the best planters. And as far as the plants as well, they mix a lot of these planters with easy care plants. So you can see right here, we've got a Dracaena Tornado, and I haven't talked a lot about Dracaenas, but Dracaenas are very easy plants to take care of. Just like the Aglaonema, this is another plant that I feel like is overlooked often. And I think it's because it has a I guess a reputation for being used as more of like an office plant, but there is nothing wrong with adding a Dracaena into your plant collection. I mean, look at how beautiful the shape is. And these are all for $24.98. You can see that we've got the details of the woven planters by Live Trends Design. I love it, and I hope to continue to promote Live Trends Design plants. You'll see that often in a lot of big box stores. It's usually seen at Costa, not Costa Farms, but Costa Farms is often seen at big box stores as well, but you are often able to see Live Trends Design plants at Lowe's and Target. Target has a great assortment of Live Trends Design plants, and I think it's because these big box stores also focus on the more modern aesthetic behind it. You'll see that there are many different varieties. Feel free to leave in the comment section which ones you like, but I love the woven basket planters here. I love the fact that Live Trends Design mixes shape, form, color, texture, minimalistic elements to it alongside with the beautiful foliage. I mean, you can see right here, this is just a pothos plant, a golden pothos. And I say that loosely when I say this is just a pothos plant because I do think that pothos plants are amazing plants. But when you mix it with a modern aesthetic like Live Trends Design, it really elevates the beauty of the plant. And that's something we don't often talk about, is just where do you put the plants in terms of the planter, the space, the negative space, the space around the plant. And I'm not the biggest professional when it comes to just being aware of stylistic approaches to planters. Like, I know what that's supposed to look like for my aesthetic, but there is a difference between plant collecting and plant hoarding. And truth be told, I know that I'm a plant hoarder. Let me know in the comment section if you feel like you just hoard plants, or do you have a very intentional, curated plant collection? I've seen a lot of content creators really delve into the stylistic approach of growing plants. And I think for the well-being, your mindfulness, I think whenever you have a more curated approach to growing plants, that's where you start to really enjoy it. And I'm hoping I can wean away from my plant addiction, but you wave an Aglaonema in front of me, and unfortunately I have such an amazing seller from overseas that gets me these rare plants, Aglaonema, for great prices. So I don't know, self-control, I don't know if that's just something that you eventually just learn, but as far as the Live Trends Design plants, these are amazing, and I'm glad that this particular Lowe's location has gotten a restock. So you'll see right over here, we have the ones now for $16.98, or I said $14.98. They have many different planters right here. I do like the ceramic behind it, and this one right here, yep, $14.98. You have a little baby Aglaonema Silver Bay. Look at the neutral colors on it, and you can even see that it's got a matte texture. Even though it's not a smooth texture, I do love the fact that it's got a stoneware feel. Aglaonema Silver Bay, you can see that this is a baby variety, and you can see that this one will eventually grow into a large plant. But as far as a modern aesthetic, this is a really good combination. So we're just going to keep picking up different types of Live Trends design. What I want all of our viewers, our plant foldies, to look at is just the detail in the shape and form, texture and color. You can see that it's got a very beautiful, almost like watercolor brush through for all of these modern lines. I love that it's also using a Sansevieria bird's nest. And, you know, again, it's an easy care plant, but when you put just an easy care common plant in a Live Trends design planter, it just elevates the look of it. It just makes it so stylistic, and it makes you just want to buy the plant. You know, sometimes the presentation and the merchandising of a particular plant will make you want to grab it and buy more plants. Like, I want to buy this Sansevieria bird's nest and this also Sansevieria bird's nest. These are both for $14.98. So let's just continue to pick up some more of these plants. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and I hope, plant foldies, you guys are enjoying this big box store episode today. I know that my consistency for producing big box or plant shopping videos has kind of dwindled slightly. I know that I was doing it daily, and I'm hoping to regain that momentum, but with life getting in the way a little bit, with things happening at my current career, it's just that I have to kind of refocus and re-energize myself. So I do appreciate all of the core plant foldies, the super plant foldies that have actually stayed and tuned into my videos. I really appreciate it when each and every one of you guys will hit the like button, leave comments, share the video, and even team replay or watch my videos again if I'm not able to produce a live premiere video. I really do appreciate that, because I do feel like the watch time and the engagement is measured by the algorithm, and so continuing that helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And, you know, for those that are interested in supporting and making this YouTube channel a little bit more sustainable in terms of passive income, I would invite you to become a super plant foldie, which is my YouTube membership tier. For the price of a cup of coffee, which is literally just $2.99, you are gaining access to my personal plans, my lifestyle blog, my personal blog, and anything that is outside of just the realm of big box or plant shopping videos. I plan to be a little bit more consistent on that, but for those that have become a super plant foldie, I really appreciate it. And did you know, if you are somebody that just wants to give the gift of kindness, shout out to David and Angelique for always gifting others a super plant foldie membership. You can gift somebody a 1-month membership to become a super plant foldie. You guys have always shown kindness, and to me, it really just helps with the sustainability of this YouTube channel. Now, I do want to show you these hanging ceramic planters by Live Trends. Again, this one is going to be for $16.98, and look at this beautiful velvet texture of this philodendron micans, and I am so tempted to buy this plant. I even love the planter. Typically, I don't like textures or patterns, but I don't know, for some reason, Live Trends design just has the aesthetic I am looking for. I even love the fact that the hanging part of the ceramic planter is twine, and they just mix those different types of textures. Beautiful plant. And when you talk about different types of aesthetics, look at this staghorn fern for $16.98 in a hanging basket Live Trends design planter. I have to ask the plant foldies, do you prefer to buy Live Trends design planters, or do you like Costa Farms plants, Urban Jungle? Please leave that in the comment section below. And I'm just going to walk around and pick up some more of these Live Trends design plants. Again, the hanging baskets are for $16.98. Common trends when you look at Live Trends design plants and the planters is really the thought process, every single minute detail. I mean, if you look at how the string is attached to this macrame planter, you can see that there is a specific line and pattern that's created. And, you know, when it comes to styling, especially when it comes to modern styling, every little bit of just the texture, the shine, the gloss, the matte, the color, the neutral color, the palette, everything about it is very meticulously looked at, even though it is a very minimalistic planter or aesthetic. And I just love Live Trends design. I cannot get over the fact that they have so many different quirky varieties, but they still have such a beautiful aesthetic. I even like the weight of the planter. It's a little bit heavier and it just gives us that look. And then I also like the choice of the plants that they use. They typically use plants that are a little bit more common, a little bit more easy care plants. So if you are somebody that's not necessarily into just growing plants and collecting, and you just want plants to fill up your space, to give a little bit more greenery, to give a little bit more style, Live Trends design is what you want in your home. And I love the fact that these are only for $24.98. You can see right here, we've got another beautiful Epipremnum aureum, pearls and jade pothos. One of my favorite pothos. I love the variegation of this plant. And you know, pothos plant, every single variety you must add into your plant collection. Even if you are somebody that is a little bit more in tune to more of the rare plants, like the rare philodendrons and variegated monsteras, please add a pothos plant. And you know, as far as my, big box or plant shopping videos, or even the plant content I create, for those that listen closely, you know that I always like to promote plants that are a little bit more accessible to the general public, because I believe that plants need to be accessible to everybody. The joy of growing plants, having it in our home, should not just be for those that may have just a little bit more budget to spend money. And that's the reason why big box or plant shopping is the way to go sometimes when it comes to just getting access to the plants. And today's video features Live Trends design planters and urban jungle planters. So when you think about urban jungle plants has more of a fun, funky, almost boho look to its aesthetic. It's a little bit different than the modern contemporary vibe that Live Trends design. You can even see, even in their planters, they use a little bit more texture. They utilize a lot of designs, and they use a lot of terracotta, and mostly it has more of like a modern but also handcrafted feel. These are only for $14, or actually $13.98, which I think is such a good value. Budget friendly, cost effective plants. And that's the reason why I feel like these are great deals, great shopping deals whenever you are going to Lowe's. So as far as plants that are a little bit more budget friendly and you want something a little bit more fun, funky, has a little bit more texture, urban jungle plants are what you want to go to. So you'll notice they've got geometric shapes. They've got hand-painted planters, different types of plants. I mean, you can see right here, we've got a Dracaena lemon surprise right here, another underrated plant, but it's one that's easy. It's one that you can mesh into your home in terms of just styling your plant collection. And I really hope that as we continue to explore different venues of plants, growing plants in our space, let's look at even the aesthetics or the stylistic look of how these plants go. For me, I haven't really been as stylistic in my approach for my plants. I just like the textures and colors, but when you start to really delve into the lines, the shape, the form, the colors, there is a whole world of plant styling. And so that's something I want to talk about a little bit more detail in future videos, specifically for my membership tier, because I feel like most people that digest this, my typical plant content, really just wants to go to a big box store. You'll notice that even some of my recent videos that delve away from that particular niche hasn't been pushed out as much. I don't know if you guys are just not interested in seeing, my plant chores or potting up videos, but as far as the stylistic approach, I think that's going to be more so reserved for the super plant foldy or membership tier. You'll see right here, Calathea makoyana. I love the look of this plant. Calatheas are great. They're pet friendly. And now that I'm a little bit more cognizant about adding pet friendly plants to my plant collection, since I have baby chickens, I am looking for more plants that are pet friendly, but Calatheas are are not really friendly in general, in a sense that they're hard to keep alive. They always want to go to plant heaven because they just get crispy on me. $13.95, you can get this beautiful alocasia, and look at the form, texture, and even the hand painted aesthetic of these beautiful planters, again by Urban Jungle. And so let's shout out Urban Jungle. Let's support Urban Jungle by buying their products and also following them on Instagram as well. You know, a lot of my content also centers around promoting all of these nurseries. I always say good vibes only. Let's support and uplift each other. And that's why I always want to give you guys a positive message. And for me, today's positive message when it comes to just our Plantfoldy community is know that you're not alone. Know that we celebrate diversity, and know that your unique character is what makes this world interesting, and that you belong in any space, especially the Plantfoldy community. I love the fact that there are many different types of people that join our channel, but one thing that is common and is always celebrated is the fact that we want to make sure we uplift and stay positive. Make sure that we celebrate the wins for each other and cheer on everybody on a daily basis. You know, life in general is really tough. And for me, whenever I make this type of content where, yes, I know that I'm probably talking about the same common plants, the same common themes, but I look forward to actually joining the live chats when I'm able to, because I look forward to just interacting and seeing how you guys are. You know, it's a wellness check, a health check for us to really congregate and chat in the chat. So I love the fact that I see more Plantfoldies, new Plantfoldies joining the live chat. So if you are for some reason able to join the live chats, know that I typically schedule live premieres and you just have to join the chat at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyways, let's just continue to pick up these plants. So you'll see that I'm literally taking a little bit more time to show you these different types of plants. So Urban Jungle has lots of philodendron. Look at this beautiful philodendron right here. The dark foliage is stunning, and let's just keep picking up some plants and admiring the foliage and the stylistic approach of these planters. And while this Lowe's location isn't necessarily packed with a bunch of new plants, I just love the fact that they still merchandise these plants to the point where they're organized, they look healthy, they look beautiful, and it's just inspiring me to want to buy more Urban Jungle plants as well as Live Trends Design. I know I give a lot of love to Costa Farms because they do have so many plants to pick from, but when we start to look at some of the plants that even Urban Jungle offers, like this beautiful planter right here, beautiful planter, but look at this. One of my favorite plants, y'all, I know that it is common, Aglaonema Silver Bay. If you don't have one, I would just really suggest, or at least try to grow an Aglaonema. These are beautiful plants, and you know, it's one that I'll never stop talking about because I love Aglaonema. And you know, for me, especially for the Plantfoldies that have really listened to some of my suggestions, really appreciate that. You know, I have a Plantfoldy that lives out in Trinidad and Tobago, and I just wish, Evelyn, you would be able to get more access to these Aglaonemas. You know, there's just so many people that tune in, and I did want to give a shout out to Leap. You are awesome. Thank you for always tuning into my videos, and also thank you for just team replaying my videos. You cannot understand how much I appreciate you. So I'm trying my best to give some shout outs to some of the plant foldies that I often see in the live chats. And if I missed you, don't worry. Just know that I still appreciate you. I always will appreciate you, and I will always shout you out in the live chats. But there's just so many plant foldies that really deserve a lot of recognition, especially for those that just tune in and watch these videos. I mean, you can see right here, there are some Costa Farms plants that I put out here to see. You can see that we've got a Chameleon ZZ trending tropical plant. I love that as well for $19.98. Beautiful self-watering planter. And so let's look at some of the Costa Farms plants. Today is not really centered around Costa Farms plants, but you can't go to a big box store and not look at it. So you'll see that there's a Chameleon ZZ and then just a ZZ plant in a self-watering planter for $15.98. Budget-friendly plants, Costa Farms has got you. Cost-effective plants, but Costa Farms has you. So let's go ahead and look at this aisle right over here with some more Live Trends design plants, and I'm just going to go talk a little bit more so about them on this side. Look at this for $12.98. It's literally utilizing bamboo. Look at how beautiful and smooth this natural texture looks. And I love the fact that they're using just a very minimalistic plant, a ZZ Zenzi plant. And they also have lots of other planters like this, but I love the fact that they're using wood as a planter, and that's something that's very unique. That's the reason why, hands down, Live Trends Design is really where it's at when it comes to plant styling and merging nature and inspiring just beauty with just that modern vibe. And I love the shape and form. So you'll see right over here, look at how beautiful this one is. It's got more of a rounder shape form. I love that it's simplistic, and I just love that it's got a natural tone about it. $12.98. We've got a Sansevieria plant, and I love the fact that Live Trends Design uses plants that are easy to care for. So you can only imagine how easy it is to style your space with Live Trends Design plants. So highly recommend shopping for Live Trends Design because of the curated look. Love this. And so we're going to continue to go ahead and pick up some more of the plants. What I would say as I showcase all of these plants is pay attention to the details, the thought process, because there is a lot that's placed into just this product, and I appreciate that because there was a lot of artistry that was placed around it, a lot of thought, and for me that makes a high quality product for a budget friendly, cost effective price. So if you're looking to style your space with really nice looking pieces but still affordable, Live Trends Design is what you need to do in terms of buying houseplants at a big box store. So this one is for $25.98. So this is another hydroponic setup. This is a Clusia plant, and Live Trends Design actually has a base that lights up the container, so you can see that the roots are going to be illuminated. That is such a cool, it's almost like a little miniature lamp. I really love the look of that, and that just makes your space even more trendy and just even more modern. This one is a blooming anthurium, again $25.98. So really cool pieces by Live Trends Design. I hope that they continue to push the envelope and innovate. That's what really makes things a little bit more just unique for Live Trends Design, and it just really separates them from the nurseries that are also producing plants. And I always tell big box stores, the employees that they should actually carry a different type of variety of aesthetic. And I love the fact that Live Trends Design is really leading the forefront when it comes to that. And whenever I talk to like small businesses and give my insights about just like the plant market or even nurseries, I always say this. And for anybody that owns a big, a shop, a local nursery, or are thinking of like producing plants and selling them to the market, offer something that's unique. Offer something that is not on trend yet, and see what happens. Because if you create your own trend, if you create your own identity, people will follow. And whenever you are the one that's actually innovating, that's when people will actually create that trend. And for me, Live Trends Design does that. They have really unique planters. They have great aesthetics. And, as far as the plant folding community, I've even noticed that some people are really just getting into aglaonemas because we've been talking about aglaonemas for the past year. We've really been celebrating aglaonemas. And that just goes to show the power of social media can be used for the force for good. And that's the same thing with Live Trends Design. I just really feel like we should highlight the artists and the artistry behind the planters. We often talk about what's trending when it comes to the specific plant, but what about the artistry and the form function of these planters? Kudos to Live Trends Design, and I'm just glad that I'm able to create an episode that really highlights the artistry behind it. Let me know in the comment section what you think, whether you agree, disagree, what your comments are for the Live Trends Design. They do have not always simplistic approaches. I mean, you can even see right here, look at the lines of this one. So it just depends on your space and the aesthetic around it. But I mean, look at this beautiful ficus ginseng right over here. It's got a really nice thick trunk, so even the form of the actual plant is really put into consideration whenever Live Trends Design puts these plants in these planters. So it's not just a random shape or form of the plant. There is some thought process put behind it, and I really appreciate that. It's almost like picking modern art pieces whenever you are buying and patronizing all of these beautiful Live Trends Design plants. Let me know in the comment section again what your thoughts are. And if you made it this far into the video, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. I'm really hoping that we can get over 100 likes within a 24-hour span after the premiere, because I've noticed, and I love to just share my observations. Even as a content creator, I'm very transparent about what I need from the viewers, and hopefully you guys will follow suit. But if you get more likes in a video, it does push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And I want to continue to see our plant folding community grow. So please make sure you are pressing that thumbs up or like button for this video. And let's go ahead and just keep looking at the different types of shapes and the color palette. $9.98. You can see that these are a bunch of Haworthias. So you can see that it's got more of a neutral tone, and look at that. They even have like little strings around it. So they're actually fusing different shapes, different color palettes, and different materials for these planters, which is definitely different. It's definitely something that only Live Trends Design has really innovated and actually popularized. So you can see that they have a QR code for the plant care tips. This one is the Solar Shine series of planters. So let's keep looking at it, and let me know what you think. the animal lovers or somebody that wants something a little bit quirky but still modern, take a look at these air plants placed on top of some of these animal planters. Beautiful aesthetic again. So if you're looking for something small, minimalistic, but also a living work of art, this is another series that you'd want to get. And then take a look at this, $7.98. You've got different types of frog planters carrying some air plants. So, you know, very easy to care for plant. And if you'll notice, as I pick up these planters, all of the different types of frogs have a different pattern or line for their back. So I like that there are different, and it just has a different movement. So you can see this one right here has more of a diagonal movement for this particular planter. I love the fact that they mix also the shiny glaze as well as a matte finish. So $7.98, you'll get a piece of art as well as a living plant like this air plant right here from Live Trends Design. Here for $15.98, you'll look at this one right here. So this is an example of a mixed media type planter. So you've got strings, you've got terracotta planters, you've got different types of glaze and texture. So there's a lot going on with the planter, but for some reason it still has a very minimalistic approach. That is what you call art, and that is what I would say is my aesthetic as well. I could totally vibe with Live Trends Design planters. They're using Haworthias for this series right over here. So I almost feel like I'm taking you to an art gallery. You know, when I was in college, I'm a little bit more about me. I actually was an art major. I was a painting major, and my goal was actually in a distant, long universe time ago, whatever you want to say, is I actually wanted to get my master's in fine arts so I could actually be a college professor and teach painting. But, you know, life kind of redirects you. And so the career I have is not necessarily involved with art. But, you know, in terms of when I retire, I would like to go back to art because that is really where my roots are. So whenever I look at these Live Trends Design plants, the planters, I just appreciate the form, the artistry behind it. And in terms of the ceramic planters, I love these 5-inch planters right here. They have different shapes, textures, and forms. I love that it's got a pastel pink, and they're very soft palettes when it comes to Live Trends Design planters. This one right here is again for $16.98. This is a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil, but you'll notice even the compartments, the different beading work, the different strings that they use. Are using leather for this one. There's just more to it than just putting a plant in a hanging basket, and that's the difference between Live Trends Design and its competitors. Is it is literally a piece of art. And so for anybody that's watching this video today, I hope you'll support and actually consider buying a Live Trends Design planter. The plants are amazing. So these are plants that you would see at a big box store, but if you're looking for a work of art, get a Live Trends Design planter. So we're gonna go ahead and keep picking up these ceramic planters. I do love that this one right over here has the different textures, and can you believe that it's got like a woven basket planter, a metallic finish like a tin planter, and you have a beautiful syndapsis to go just top it off, and you also have just twine as the actual hanging part of the planter. So lots going on, but I still think that it's got an elegant modern vibe to it, very simplistic. And you'll see that there's the colors that they use. So this red is very very powerful. There's a statement behind this plant. So if you're looking for styling, definitely consider this hanging basket right here. And this is only for $16.98. And you'll see right over here, right next to all of the Live Trends design, we do have the 6-inch hanging basket planters by Costa Farms. These are for $16.98. You get a little bit more of the plant versus the planter. I still appreciate it because Costa Farms does have budget-friendly, cost-effective plants. And I did want to just kind of round up this video and just show you some Costa Farms plants. You can see right here for $5.98, beautiful croton plant. You know, the croton plants aren't necessarily everybody's aesthetic, but I love that it has leaves that literally look like they are on fire. This is such a beautiful plant. Unfortunately, this is a plant though that needs a lot of light, so it's a little bit more challenging to grow indoors. Either way, if you're able to provide that lighting condition, that is one plant that I would recommend. And we're just going to spin around and pick up some more of these Costa Farms plants. You know, a lot of the video today has been centered around Live Trends design. I really wanted to put some highlight into it, but we can't go to big box or plant shopping without looking at some Costa Farms plants. So feel free to leave in the comment section what Costa Farms plants you like, what you've bought recently, and which ones are your wish list plants from Costa Farms, because you know Costa Farms is always going to produce plants and have them readily available for the general public. So let's take a look at all of these Costa Farms plants. we've got a couple of Hydra Helix available here. That one was the Spear Point Ivy, and I believe this is the Ingrid Liz Hydra Helix. You already know that if I'm going to go to a big box store, I'm going to have to say Hedera Helix in the Planfoldy way. Shout out to Kathy in Canada who continues to count how many times I say. I'll say it one more time. Hydra Helix. Anyways, let me not scare any of the new viewers that are watching this video, because some people may not understand that little Planfoldy saying. But let's go ahead and look at some of these Costa Farms plants. So this one right here is an Epipremnum aureum lemon top pothos. It's got like a Manjula pothos shape. It's got a rounder shape, and it's got a more subtle lemon lime look about it. Now, in order to get that variegation, you're going to need it to give a little bit more bright indirect light. Lots of light is what's going to influence the variegation of this particular pothos plant. And for $19.98, you can get this trending tropical Costa Farms plant. So I'm going to continue to just pick up some more of these Costa Farms plants right over here. I have collected a lot of Costa Farms plants because, like I said again, you know, Costa Farms, like this ZZ Chameleon, they make it cost effective. And if you're looking to save money on plants, if you're looking to manage your finances and you still want to have a plant collection, Costa Farms is the way to go. Big box or plant shopping is the way to go. Does that mean I'm saying you should not buy plants at local nurseries and small businesses? Absolutely not. I do think that we always need to support local and small businesses. I would just say diversify where you buy your plants. If you're going to get a good price, definitely buy it. But if you also want to support a small business that might have their prices a little bit higher, I also recommend that, because I do that as well. As often as I go to big box stores, I am always shopping, say at Peta's Planters, for instance. You already know I love talking about Peta's Planters. If you are ever going to go to the Dallas area, go to that plant shop. I would even say that Peta's Planters is the Cultivation Corner headquarters studio, as well as the Planfoldy headquarters hangout spot, because so many Planfoldies actually meet up at Peta's Planters. Shout out to Angelique again and all of the Planfoldies. D, who actually buys live plants from the live selling that Peta's Planters does. And so I'm just going to round out this video by just picking up some more of these plants and showing you what they have to offer at this Lowe's location. Again, I am just happy to take you alongside with me. Let's go plant shopping. Let's celebrate plants, and let's just chat away in the comment section. Again, I recommend you guys leave comments in the comment section. If you'll notice, I do like to respond to every single comment that anybody gives me in the comment section. I do say, if you are going to give constructive feedback, make sure it is constructive feedback and not anything negative, because we don't really tolerate it in this plant community. Like I've always said, if you've ever pressed the dislike button, I always say, I always ask somebody, and I've gotten a couple of people who have unsubscribed when I've called them out, because I do see that. If you are not liking somebody's content, rather than to silently press the dislike button, I always ask, what was the intent of putting a dislike? Because whenever you hit dislike, it always has like a negative connotation. Just give the content creator constructive feedback, or better yet, just don't engage in the content. So if you are somebody that has pressed the dislike button for anybody's content, whether it's me or not, I always like to bring up this conversation and really have people reassess and reevaluate their actions when it comes to social media. There's no need to press the dislike button. For me, if I'm not really kosher about the content, I just don't engage with it. Or if I want to see somebody improve their content or their brand, give them constructive feedback. That is it. I think that the world has to do better whenever you are expressing kindness, but even more so whenever we're giving feedback to improve performance or improve somebody's content. So that's really another thing that I wanted everybody to kind of reevaluate. Now, if you press the dislike button, I'm not hating on you. I basically just want you to really think about those actions, because those silent actions speak louder. And it's one of those things where you want to make sure that your intent is to see somebody succeed and seeing them get better at their craft, because I know that I'm trying to get better at my content. I'm trying to get better at just how I present some of these plants. And in general, I'm just trying to get better at getting people to be more aware about how their social media presence is, because I think a lot of times people will hide behind a screen name and not necessarily realize that even if you leave comments for a content creator, it could impact somebody. For me, it's not really the case, because now I find it just kind of hilarious whenever anybody does want to roast me in the comments section. I always tell people, you know what, at least I live rent free in somebody's mind, because then I become relevant. Because if they had that much energy to place a negative comment or to even think ill of me, then that's awesome. Then I get to live in somebody's mind rent free. And that's the way I've kind of reframed some of that negativity that I've received in the past. Will I say that that's happened in most recent times? No, because everybody has just been really kind and really supportive. And I also have my plant foldy knights that come out there in the comment section and just kind of shoosh away anybody that's negative. But anyways, let me get off of that rant. You already know I have to talk about that kind of stuff, because as I get more involved in my social media presence, I just want to make sure that we open those types of dialogues, because then maybe somebody didn't really think that, those kinds of actions don't impact people. There are some content creators that have been discouraged that I've talked to. And so I want to make sure that those content creators that have been discouraged on making content know that we are working to make YouTube and just any social media a safe and positive place to express ourselves. Just like these plants right here. I mean, look at it. You cannot go to a big box store and not see all of these Costa Farms plants. So this is a whole shelf table presentation of Costa Farms plants. I know that we've looked at a lot of live trends design. And again, anybody that's going to a big box store, I really hope that you guys will consider getting Live Trends Design plants, because they are works of art. And the artistry around Costa Farms plants is they just mass produce them and make them readily available to the general public, which I think is a good thing, because then these are plants that can bring more people joy because they have access to it. I mean, this Ficus lyrata right over here, $15.98, beautiful plant in a self-watering planter. Love the texture of this planter as well. So if you want something economical, something that is not going to break your wallet, cause a hole in your wallet, buy a Costa Farms plant. And even the plants that they actually present are really cost effective. I mean, take a look at this. Look at this Aglaonema Golden Bay, one of my favorites, $29.98 by Costa Farms. Again, I have about 3 of these already. I could add a 4th one, and this one has several plants in there. Aglaonema Golden Bay, look at the white stems. Look at how beautiful the leaves are. If you leaf shine it, it's even gorgeous. Very, very easy plant. It's one of those plants that you can give a little bit more neglect, and it's not going to throw a temper tantrum, more or less not even want to try to go to plant heaven very quickly. And then this is the classic Aglaonema Silver Bay. I will always talk about Aglaonema. I will repeat myself multiple times to see if anybody will get influenced to buy Aglaonema. Calathea dotty right over here. It's a beautiful plant, but it's another heartbreaker for me. I just can't grow it in my plant collection. This one is for $15.98. So plant foldies for today's shopping video, for today's big box store plant shopping video. I don't necessarily have a plant haul. I do just want to recap some of the Live Trends Design planters that I showed you. Notice that whenever you look at Live Trends Design, pay attention to the textures. Pay attention to the form and function, and also the color palette of it. You will be surprised about how much thought process was put into that planter and even the plant. And to me, that just elevates the Live Trends Design plants. But if you're also looking for plants in general, just go big box or plant shopping. Enjoy yourself. Treat yourself. You only live once. And I always say self-care is the best care. Self-love is the best love, because in order for you to give love to somebody, you really have to be in love with yourself and really be confident in yourself. And I think that that's something that that I want to leave on today's video is just making sure that we're taking care of ourselves. We are enjoying life, and we're also celebrating plants and giving that kindness to each other. So I ask all the plant foldies that are watching today's video, please leave a comment of kindness for somebody. Leave a dedication for somebody that might need to just have an extra boost in their day-to-day life. I'm sure that several plant foldies would appreciate that. And as always, if you haven't already considered joining my my YouTube membership tier, definitely join it. It's only for the price of a cup of coffee. That's my new trend whenever I'm pitching out that. And it does make this YouTube channel a little bit more sustainable. If anything, it gives me a little bit more passive income to support some of my plant endeavors, and also to support my little baby chickens, Catriona and Charlotte. So as I do a final quick spin around to show you some of these Live Trends design plants, let me know in the comments section what your favorites are, which ones you would pick up and buy in your plant collection, what you like about Live Trends design, and like what was your take back on today's big box store plant shopping video. Because in terms of this Lowe's location in Prosper, Texas, definitely great merchandising. So again, if you haven't already considered being a super plant foldie, definitely check that out. And as always, my name is Richie at Grow Folds. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Press the notification bell on. And if you see the videos that are popping up on the screen, go ahead and watch the next video queued up. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we are going to go big box store plant shopping at Target. Target of all places, where we are going to see some interesting house plants. Super stylish as always. Please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I want to see our community grow, as well as give me a follow on Instagram at GrowFolds. That is the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me if you have any questions about the plants that I feature, or just want to get in touch with me. I love engaging with the plant foldie community. And as you can see right here, I am actually at a super Target out in McKinney, Texas. You can see right over here, beautiful Live Trends design planter, and this one I believe is for $20. You can see that this is a ZZ Zenzi plant. And what I wanted to touch base on today is how Target, as a big box store, tends to elevate the stylistic approach when it comes to anything that is sold at Target. You know, Target has some amazing style, and when it comes to their house plants, even though Target isn't necessarily known as one of the big box stores that carries a lot of house plants, when they do, Target has some amazing plants, very stylish. And today we are going to be looking at a lot of the planters from Live Trends design plants, as well as urban jungle plants that we typically don't even see at, say, Lowe's locations. So we're going to be picking up a lot of these planters and seeing the stylistic approach. I love how that orange color is really just a bright stylistic color. And you can see right here, this one right here is a silver band marantha for $15 in a hanging basket planter by Live Trends Design. You can see we've got a philodendron heteroraceum, just a green form right here. And this one is also for $15. And I don't see this particular ceramic hanging basket at Lowe's. So you'll see that Live Trends Design has some other planters that we have not seen during my big box or plant shopping videos. So you already know, plant foldies, you are in for a treat, and I'm hoping you will enjoy today's episode today. You can also see that Target just has a lot of these other ceramic planters here. And you know, as far as the ways to save money at Target, I would highly recommend downloading the Target app. Target has a loyalty program called the Circle, Target Circle, where you will get discounts and coupons. And you know, when anybody goes to a big box stores, if you are looking to save money on anything in terms of just the products that are being sold, especially houseplants, take a look at joining those loyalty programs such as Target Circle. Make sure you are downloading the Target app. But as you can see right here, golden pothos, I absolutely love it. Let's just continue to look at all of these gorgeous plants that are being offered by Live Trends Design. You can see that Live Trends Design just has a very stylistic approach when it comes to their planters. Look at the color palette, look at the lines that are created by even the macrame on these plants. I love the fact that Live Trends Design always pushes the envelope. And you know, when you talk about Live Trends Design planters, I just like the fact that it fits my aesthetic. And you can see right over here, they even have some moss poles available. The Good Little Garden is this little series that Target has. You can see they even have a booby cactus right over here. Let's take a look at the price. It's not a bad price at all. And so if you are fortunate enough to have a Target location available, definitely see if they have these fixtures. You can even see right over here, we have a beautiful starfish sansevieria. I have a variegated form that I got from Peta's Planters, which is a local plant shop out in Dallas, Texas. Definitely check it out. But I'm just gonna walk around here and just show you all of the different types of planters that they have at this particular Target. Plant foldies, take a look at all of these urban jungle planters I have not seen even at Lowe's. These are all for $20. So we've got a Calathea fishbone, and you'll see that this one has a play on a basket, a woven basket mixed into a terracotta planter. What a beautiful design in terms of the aesthetic of this particular urban jungle planter. And I love the fact that this is a very healthy looking Calathea fishbone. I mean, as much as I am tempted to purchase this particular plant and the planter, I am gonna have to refrain from it just because Calatheas aren't the best plants for me. They require a little bit more consistent watering and higher humidity levels. But as you can see right here, look at this other urban jungle planter. This is also for $20. You can see that it's got a really nice design, a nice blue design, and it's an Alocasia pink dragon. So these are planters that I have yet to see at other big box stores. It looks like Target is the only one that is offering such stylish planters, even coming from Urban Jungle Planters. So I love the fact that even Urban Jungle has some planters that we have not seen, and that is the reason why you should shop at Target. Target has so many stylistic planters, and even just the aesthetic of their home decor. Target has a specific style that I really like. You can see that this Urban Jungle planter, for instance, kind of meets that boho style. And let's take a look at this. Look at this right here, Homelamena Shelby. But look at this Urban Jungle planter. I mean, it's got a woven basket design. And if you look at this Homelamena Shelby, it's got about 3 to 4 plants in one for $20. So let's continue to look around here. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, what you think of some of the planters we are finding at Target. It is a little bit more rare for me to go big box store plant shopping at Target. Typically, I am always at a Lowe's location, a Walmart, or even a Home Depot. But whenever I get a chance to look at a Target that has a huge selection of indoor plants, they always come up with a very stylistic approach. It is Target style. So again, if you haven't already, definitely download the Target app, because if you are part of the Target Circle loyalty program, you will save some money. But look at this Urban Jungle planter. It's got a really nice bright red and orange color for this design. And look at this Ficus elastica burgundy. This one, it's got more of a pastel look. And for $20, you are getting some really nice looking plants as well as stylistic planters. Take a look at this Dracaena Tornado, for instance. This pattern I have not seen. This one is in an 8-inch planter for only $20. And you know, Dracaena Tornadoes, beautiful plant, and it is one of those low light tolerant plants, really easy to care for and drought tolerant as well. So let's see what other stylistic planters we are going to find from Urban Jungle and Light Trends Design today. right here is another urban jungle planter. This one is featuring a xanthosoma, and this is such a beautiful plant. And I love the fact that this particular like terracotta planter with some of the patterns etched into it, it's definitely unique. And again, when it comes down to like certain plants that we're talking about, sometimes a planter really elevates the look of the plant. For instance, this Alocasia Milo, for instance, for $20 by Urban Jungle. Look at this beautiful underside of a terracotta planter mixed with another type of media, which is a woven basket design. I really like the aesthetic of it, and really for $20, that is not a bad price considering you've got a very stylistic planter, very instant in terms of just decorating your interior space. And then it's also a beautiful Alocasia. I love the Alocasia Milo just because it's got a very leathery texture to its leaves. And then let's just continue to walk around here and take a look at what other planters they have. This one I've seen before. This is another Live Trends design planter. This is a Ficus elastica burgundy. And again, with any ficus or rubber tree plant, you want to make sure that you're providing it with lots of bright indirect light. What else do we have here, plant foldies? Let me know in the comment section what you think of the planters here. It is a little bit more uncommon and rare for me to go to a Target and do big box or plant shopping, but I will say if you are looking for something stylistic, whether it's planters, plants, definitely shop at Target. Target has some really good aesthetics when it comes to home decor, and you will save some money whenever you are shopping with the Target app. So definitely download that. Target Circle deals are amazing. And then you can see right here, look at this terracotta planter, another green marantha. And so I'm just going to keep picking up some plants. If you made it this far into the video so far and have not pressed the thumbs up or like button for this video, definitely do that. I would really appreciate it because it definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I've seen this planter as a hanging planter by Urban Jungle, but I haven't seen one with an actual planter base. This one is a pearls and jade pothos, easy to care for plant, and it makes me just want to spend all my money at Target. I don't know if you've ever been inspired because of the way the plants have been merchandised, the organization, or even the plant product. I really love the look of that. And this one right here is a Janet Craig Compacta Dracaena for only $15. And if you're looking for something easy care and low light tolerant, drought tolerant, this is the plant you want to get, and that is by Urban Jungle Plants. So we've got a lot of different types of Urban Jungle planters, as well as Live Trends design. So feel free to leave in the comment section. I am really curious to get your opinion about some of the plants that you can find at Target. Again, Target is another major retailer in the United States. It's one of the major big box stores. What I would say is there is a stark difference between, say, Walmart and Target. Some people prefer to shop at Target. Some people prefer to shop at Walmart. I prefer to shop at both just because when you are looking for a specific aesthetic or maybe a price point, both big box stores actually offer that. And later on in this video, we are going to be shopping at Walmart as well. So this is a two-part series, so make sure you are watching at the very end. And I'm also going to be doing an unboxing video from Prop and Grow Plant Shop, so take a look at that. And if you are a fan of seeing updates of my baby chickens, Catriona and Charlotte, I'm going to have a couple of clips showing that as well. But you see right here, this is the Brook self-watering planter series by Live Trends Design. This one is an Alocasia Nebula, and I really love that pastel green color of this particular Alocasias. I am curious if anybody else is growing Alocasias. For me, growing Alocasias in Lechuza Pond is the way to go. I feel like it is the most forgiving way to grow in Alocasia because they are a little bit more finicky. And then you can see right here, we've got a Calathea Makoyana, and these are all for $20 in a self-watering planter. Unfortunately, I've tried growing a Calathea Makoyana multiple times, and I have sent it to Plant Heaven. So I've kind of just steered away from growing plants that are just not going to love me back, or better yet, I don't have the ideal time or growing environment for these plants. And that's really what you want to do. You know, even though you can see that these planters are super stylish, I mean, anytime you go shopping at Target, I feel like people end up just spending more money because of the presentation and just the branding that Target has. But for me, as much as I want to go buy all of the plants here, I mean, take a look at this. This is a Pachira aquatica stump in literally just water in a clear vase. And I love the fact that Live Trends Design pushes the envelope when it comes to ways to grow your plant, or even the hydroponic substrate of just growing it in straight water. And then take a look at this clear pot by Live Trends Design. This one is also for, I believe, $15. This is a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. Beautiful neon colored philodendron. Remember, whenever you are dealing with neon colored plants, you want to make sure you are providing them with the best bright indirect light. Same thing with any dark foliage plant. So this is a Syngonium Maria for $15 in a Live Trends Design planter. Really like the structure of this particular planter. And you know, Syngoniums, what my suggestion is, bright indirect light, but make sure you are staying on top of the watering. Otherwise, your Syngonium is going to want to go to plant heaven very quickly. So let's just continue to walk around this Target. I would say this Target is really one of the best ones. This one is off of the Southwest McKinney Target, right off of 121 and Tollway. So if you are a local plant foldy, somebody that lives in Dallas, definitely check out this Target, because you are looking at some very healthy looking plants and very stylish plants. Whenever you think of Target, you think of style. This one is a Monstera Deliciosa for $40. And even though it's just a green variety, beautiful fenestrations already. And let's spin around here and take a look at some more of these plants. These are all for $15. As far as urban jungle, typically whenever I am going big box or plant shopping for urban jungle plants at Lowe's specifically, you'll typically see urban jungle just featuring a lot of terracotta planters that are unglazed, but you can see that urban jungle offers alocasias like this in planters that have a beautiful shiny glaze with different textures. And honestly, this is a planter I would love to get. I like calanchoes, but I would just buy this particular planter for the planter. $15 for this calanchoe, but I really like that this has some inlay textures. It's got a mixture of like semi-glaze with stoneware inline. So I like the fact that Live Trends Design has that pattern, and I really like that checkered pattern. You can see right here, Philodendron Black Cardinal, one of my favorite philodendrons. This one, it has some glaze plus inlay terracotta as well. Some of the patterns there, it's got some floral. And again, these are all mixed up for only $15. So as far as Target style, anytime you are shopping for Target, you know, you can easily do a Target haul on plants that you would buy from big box store. I mean, you can see right here, we've got some beautiful glazed planters, and look at how beautiful this bird's nest sansevieria, or what you call snake plant, is for $15. If you're looking for a minimalistic, modern, contemporary look, I would highly suggest going to Target and shopping for plants, especially if you find a gem like this, where this particular Target has a wide selection of different types of trending house plants. Look at this one right here, self-watering planter by Live Trends Design, $15 in Alocasia Dragon Scale. You know, as far as care tips for alocasias, stay on top of the watering, so you don't really want to let them dry out completely for too long. Bright indirect light and higher humidity levels are going to keep your alocasias super happy. And in terms of propagation, if you collect the corms, you're able to grow them. You can get more out of it. And now this one is really interesting. This is really reliant on the basket weaving of this particular planter. I really love that, and that is a silver band marantha for $15. And then this one right here, some type of philodendron that I'm not 100% sure, but take a look at this very simplistic urban jungle terracotta planter, and I honestly prefer that type of aesthetic. So in terms of style, Target style, I would say this is very quintessential to the big box store Target. This is a major retailer, and again, if you ever go shopping for home decor, furniture, or anything of that nature, Target is the way to go. They really have a very modern looking planter, or just even modern aesthetic. And I love the calanchoe. You know, calanchoe are basically flowering succulents. And look at this. I love that yellow, golden yellow tone about it. It's not really a shiny, finish, but I could actually buy this red, yellow, and blue, you know, all of these primary colors planters for $15. Like literally, I would just buy the planter for that aesthetic because it's very stylistic. And whenever, again, you know, I've repeated myself multiple times, Target really has a very stylistic approach whenever they are presenting their plants. And this is my very first time ever seeing this. This one is another one that has a really nice, interesting knot for it. And then look at that stoneware finish of this particular planter. Now, my plant foldies, and for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie, and as you can tell, I do big box or plant shopping videos on a daily basis. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, but like this is a very special episode today because it's not really normal for me to go big box or plant shopping at Target, but whenever I do, whenever I find these planters, I mean, take a look at this, $15, and you've got a unique knot around it, and it's also just a really nice philodendron black cardinal. So let's just continue to walk around here and pick up some plants. Let me know what your opinion is or the comments about these particular planters, because you can see that this is a little bit different in terms of the presentation of Target, as well as that the plants that they have to offer. So as I pan around here, you can see we've got this beautiful philodendron, or actually peperomia ginny. Really like that if you sun stress this one, you'll get more of that pinkish margin on the edges of the leaves, and that very pink pastel color for this matte finish planter, self-watering planter by Live Trends. Again, this is only for $15. So if you're looking for cheap, inexpensive, very stylistic planters, you must shop at Target. And I mean, look at this Urban Jungle. This is really the first time I've ever seen Urban Jungle planters where they're really relying on more of a basket to hold the nursery planter. Really like that ponytail palm, and I even like that it's got black woven baskets around it. And you can see right over here more alocasias in a glaze planter by Urban Jungle, which is really uncommon because whenever I think about Urban Jungle planters, I think about just terracotta planters, but clearly Target has more of these planters that are available. And I love featuring Live Trends design in Urban Jungle planters. There's not as many Costa Farms planters today, but I will show you some Costa Farms plants. But in terms of just the style, you can see that there are two aesthetics. We've got an Urban Jungle planter as well as Live Trends design plants. So let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, what you think. But this is one of my favorite new plant finds, new styles. This is got a stoneware type finish with an interesting knot by Live Trends design. And this Sansevieria and this beautiful stylistic planter is only for $15. So plant foldies, let's get excited about some of the style here. Plant styling is real. I love touching base on it, and that's something that I want to talk more about in future videos. So hopefully you are enjoying today's big box store plant shopping episode featuring Target, or what people will say Target. So let's keep walking around and see what else they have available. Not only does Target feature some very stylistic planters and healthy looking plants, take a look at this. Monstera Thai constellations in 5-inch planters for only $30. And these are high quality Monstera Thai constellations. You can see that they're super healthy. They've got a nice planter as well. I would have preferred it to be a little bit more minimalistic and not have a shiny finish on the glaze, but I am tempted to purchase maybe two. And plant foldies, I'm curious if you are open or would be interested in an Instagram plant giveaway of one of these Monstera Thai constellations that I am going to buy from this Target today. I've already decided that I want to get some more Monstera Thai constellations. This one even has a fern as a little stowaway plant here, but for $30, that is a really good price for a Monstera Thai constellation. And these are nicely variegated as well. So there are a lot of different types of Monstera Thai constellations you can find at big box stores. I will say this particular Target, for instance, has very healthy looking plants. That's the thing about Target, the quality of their product, the quality of their plants. They don't let plants just die. They definitely take care of them, or at least the vendors that take care of the plants. But look at this Monstera Thai constellation. This one may end up going home with me. We'll see, but I love the fact that there are variegated plants available at a big box store like Target. I cannot stop raving at the fact that not only do they have some really cool stylistic planters, for instance, this right here, look at this ficus ginseng in a really cool shallow planter that's more of like a boho type feel. This is another Live Trends Design planter. And again, Live Trends Design, if you have not checked out their Instagram, definitely follow them and just look at their website, because they really have a story behind each planter. But as far as Monstera Thai constellations, yes, this is going to be an impulse buy, but you know, that's one that is warranted, because not only is the value great for the plants, the quality of the plants is awesome. Look at this right here. This one is a highly variegated Monstera Thai constellation. This one isn't as big as the others, but look at how variegated this is. Feel free to leave in the comments section, if you were at this Target location, would you buy this Monstera Thai constellation for $30? I know that Monstera Thai constellations used to be extremely expensive, but now you can find them at affordable prices. And that's the thing about the plant collection hobby. If you have patience, you will eventually be able to get your wish list plant. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer for some of the plant pricing to go down, but as far as Target, it just makes it a lot of fun to just go in here and see that they actually have plants, but not only plants, high quality, healthy looking plants with style. And I think this is the Monstera that I'm going to buy, because look at this. This Monstera has like multiple half moon variegation. And if you look at the stems, all of the stems have lots of variegation. So I would love to see this continue to grow its pattern. So this for sure is going to be a Monstera Thai constellation that I will be buying at Target. And yes, I will be using my Target app. I am a Target Circle member. So again, if you are not part of Target Circle, that loyalty program, you definitely need to consider that. And I will be getting 5% off using my Target Circle debit card. And the keyword is debit card. So, you know, most people that go to like big box stores, they always offer a credit card, but Target actually offers a debit card that connects directly into your checking account. So it's your money, it's a debit card. So you don't have to worry about like getting a credit check or inquiry, and it's going to save you an additional 5%. So I'm going to maximize on all my savings. And that's the thing, again, Plant Foldies, is not only do you want to go to a big box store and have some type of budget. Today I didn't really have a budget, but I would say if I have an impulse plant budget, it would be around $60, which is really going to meet that need, because I do plan on buying 2 Monstera Thai constellations today. I mean, how do you not spend money at this Target location when they have super healthy plants? And what's interesting is there's not a lot of people that are just going around here and just buying up these plants, which I'm super shocked, because these plants are super healthy, and I think any plant lover would just go crazy buying these plants. This is a Phalaenopsis orchid. This one is for $60, and you can see that they've got a really cute arrangement around it. So let's just see what else they have at this Target location. I'm just super excited that today I was able to go to a Target and just see lots of planters that we may not often see at other big box stores from Urban Jungle or Live Trends Design. Now, I've seen this one before where it's the taller terracotta planter by Urban Jungle. This is a Ficus lyrata, but if you looked at all of the other plants that I picked up, really nice design. And, I'm curious if anybody really just collects plants for the planters as well. Like, this is my very first time ever seeing this glaze inlay planter right here. And these are, again, priced at a really good value, very budget friendly house plants. For only $15, you can get a beautiful Alocasia cuprea in a very stylistic planter. And this one right here, I believe, is either Urban Jungle or Live Trends Design. I'm a huge fan of both aesthetics. I would say I lean toward Live Trends Design a little bit more so, but when it comes down to it, Target, again, they just have very stylistic approaches to their plants and even just plant products, the products, and even the service that their employees get. So, whenever you think about like all of the big box stores, what separates Target is that they have a really good brand in terms of just the presentation of their items, their service, and just the value that they have. Some people might say that they're a little bit slightly more expensive, but I always say that you're paying for the quality of product, and you can clearly see right here, look at the diversity of these plants, look at the in-stocks that they have. They have quite a bit of plants. It's very impactful, and as far as somebody that might be into plants more so for the decorative purposes, then you definitely want to pick up one of the plants at this Target location, because not only are these plants healthy, not only do they have a wide variety of plants, but it is also cost effective, budget friendly. I would even go as far to say that they're inexpensive considering you're getting something as beautiful as this basket planter and this green marantha. So, I've been super excited to show you something a little bit different, plant foldies. I know oftentimes I do a big box or plant shopping video at Lowe's where I will show you the outdoor section and then show you the indoor tropical plants. But today is a special treat because this is a 2-in-1 special, or actually a 3-in-1 special, where I will show you these plant styling and then also show you an unboxing from one of my favorite plant vendors, Prop and Grow, later on in this video. And then I will show you some of my little baby chickens, and then I will show you a big box store episode at Walmart. So lots going on in today's episode. I hope you guys are enjoying it as I take you alongside with me as we hang out at Target. Let me know in the comment section again, Plant Foldies, what you think. And I have to call you out. If you've been watching this video and you have not given me a thumbs up or like button for this video, may I pretty please ask you to press the thumbs up or like button. It doesn't take a lot of effort, but what I would say is that little effort in pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video definitely helps me immensely, because it will push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as leaving me many comments, because I do love that engagement and I just like responding to people and talking to you guys. That's why it's very important for me to try to schedule my big box or plant shopping videos, because we do have a live premiere chat. So I may end up going back to this Target again to go shopping for some stylistic planters. I know I will be buying Monstera Thai constellations today. So if you guys want to support me also in the form of a super sticker or super thanks, that is a monetary tip that you can give any content creator on YouTube. I know that several of you guys have given me super stickers in the past. Just know I utilize that to fund some of my funds for the expenses for me driving around all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area, my gas money, my time, and even supporting my little baby chickens in terms of their coop, which you guys will see in the next couple of days, because it is going to be built this weekend. So really excited about that. Lots to have lots to be really happy and proud of. And for me, it's always good vibes, right? You want to make sure you are always having good vibes only. So I will say I am super thankful. I say this in all my videos, Plant Foldies, but really whenever you take the time to just click on my video, watch it, and comment and chat with each other and uplift each other, that is really the purpose of this big box or plant shopping video YouTube channel, is just to gather and and celebrate plants and just celebrate each other. So I really do want to say again, thank you for all my subscribers that constantly watch my videos daily. You cannot imagine how much joy it brings me, how much it inspires me, and how it has become my daily life routine just to create this kind of content just so we can all celebrate plants. But as far as today, I am just celebrating the fact that I found a Target that has so many amazing looking houseplants. Like I have to spin around here and take a look at these Monstera Thai constellations. Again, this one is definitely going home with me, and can you blame me? High variegation, half moon variegation, Monstera Thai constellation for only $30. Target is really winning, and I hope you guys will go to your Targets and let me know what you find at your local Target. I know this one is definitely a winner, and I am going to be just showing you a little bit more content outside of this big box store. For instance, so hopefully you stay tuned to the very end of this video because there's more to come. But my trip at Target has been very lucrative in a sense that I've been able to show you some more plants. So the next portion of this video, I am doing an unboxing video from Prop and Grow Plant Shop. It is a Florida-based family business located out in Florida, and I have met Sabria and Eddie multiple times at PlantCon. Last year, I met them in Dallas, and every time they have a PlantCon, I will see Prop and Grow Plant Shop. It is one of the premier vendors. They really do bring a lot of plants from common to exotic and rare plants, very cost-effective plants. So here's the story of this unboxing video. So I remember seeing an Aglaonema sweet candy at Houston PlantCon, and it was one of the Aglaonema I regret not being able to get. So I sent a direct message to Prop and Grow Plant Shop on Instagram, and lo and behold, they actually had an Aglaonema sweet candy. So this is the very first time I actually bought plants from them and had them ship online. So if you're interested in their plants, they do have a website. Please follow Prop and Grow Plant Shop. I highly recommend this this nursery just because they have so many amazing plants at very cost-effective plant pricing. And you can see that the amount of care that Sabria and Eddie put into shipping their plants, so thankful for that. And you know, we talk about going to big box stores and plant shopping there, but my heart is always going to be for the local and small businesses that have that sell plants. And so you can see right here, I'm trying to be careful not to damage this, but you can see that they've got some careful shipping, and I'm so thankful that they were able to get me this Aglaonema sweet candy. Look at this. Isn't this a lovely Aglaonema? I love the pink on it, and you can see that it will eventually unfold and just you know, with the shipping, it kind of flattens a little bit, but Aglaonema ship very well. And you already know, plant foldies, when it comes down to it, I always want to talk about Aglaonema because I really do feel like this particular plant is so underrated. And you can see right here, what a beautiful specimen. This is an Aglaonema sweet candy, and I'm so thankful that Prop and Grow Plant Shop was able to get me this plant. I particularly like the pink, but I also like the more rounded leaf shape of this particular Aglaonema. Now, Aglaonemas tend to be more drought tolerant. You really don't want to overwater them. So just water them when the soil is completely dry. They like fast draining soil. So I would recommend Classy Rabbit soil. So go to classyrabbit.com and get your soil bag today. But perfect condition. Kudos to Sabria and Eddie at Prop and Grow Plant Shop. Highly recommend shopping from them. Plant foldies, can we all follow Prop and Grow Plant Shop? Leave a comment in their post. Let them know you are a plant foldie because they also carry a lot of Aglaonema. And so the next portion of this video is just an update of my beautiful babies. Now, when I took this footage, they were about 44 days old. So you can see that that Rhode Island Red, the orange chicken, is my Catriona. She is named after Miss Universe 2018 from the Philippines, Catriona Gray. And then also we have a Barred Rock hen or baby chicken, the black chicken right there. That is Charlotte. And you know, there was a scary situation where last Saturday, literally 7 days ago, Catriona went missing because a hawk actually attacked them. I am so thankful to Plantfoldy Luke for rescuing Charlotte and then not giving up on searching for Catriona, because I was actually at work. I was literally having a meltdown. I was crying. I was trying to come to terms with letting go of Catriona. But you can see right here, they are happy and healthy. And I know for those that are plant lovers, you may not be interested in this content, but hopefully you will stay tuned to the very end to see what plants I will find at Walmart. But you know, I like to share a little bit more of my personal life with you guys, because I have been doing YouTube videos for about 2 years now, about a year and a half in doing big box store plant shopping videos. But you can see right here, my chickens are doing amazing. They are considered pullets. I am just happy to have them, and you know, they bring me a lot of joy. You know, they are able to ground me. I am just so happy to have them in my life. Let me know in the comment section, Plantfoldies, what you think. I know that Angelie continuously supports them because she leaves super stickers, which are monetary tips to help fund for some of their supplies. Very thankful for that. Again, Plantfoldies, don't feel obligated to drop a super sticker, but if you do, it is highly appreciated. So now let's get back to the big box store plant shopping video. So today is a multi-content episode. This one is big box store plant shopping at the Walmart out off of Custer Road in McKinney, Texas. This is really on the border of Prosper, Texas. And this is one that I often visit as well. You can see that it is a sunny afternoon when I visited this Walmart, and we're going to really just delve into some of the outdoor plants that they have available, as well as the indoor tropical plants. This particular Walmart, when you kind of compare the aesthetic from, say, Target versus Walmart, you will see that Walmart tends to have more of just a direct, you know, in your face type merchandising versus Target, where it's a little bit more curated. It's more of like a gallery of how they present their plants. And you can see right over here, we've got some Island Bloom series by Costa Farms. These are for $5.98. Beautiful alocasia. Can please somebody tell me what the plant ID is for this particular alocasia? I really like how it has some purple tones underneath the leaves. It's got broad leaves, and you know, you just get a little bit more value when it's buying at, you know, Walmart. So you can see that we've got alocasias here and different types of tropical plants. So I'm just going to pick up several of these plants. You can see we've got some more cordyline Hawaiian tea plants. This one, I'm not 100% sure of what the variety is, but this is only for $5.84. This is the Accent Collection series by Island Bloom for Walmart by Costa Farms. So Costa Farms also has a lot of these tropical plants that you can grow in a outdoor patio space. We've got an asparagus fern right next to it, but we have a lot of these cordyline Hawaiian tea plants. I have one that is growing in full sun. It's a cordyline Hawaiian tea plant, pinstripes, but this one has some really nice green on green variegation as well. Again, Plantfoldies, let me know in the comment section what you think of these plants. I really love the look of it, and this is one that I would recommend as well for any plant lovers that like something to be an accent for your patio space. They can take full sun, and you know, the asparagus fern, this is one that can take a lot of sun as well, and it's definitely one that is pretty fast growing. So if you want a container garden, you can definitely indulge and buy all of these Costa Farms plants. You can see we have some bird of paradise, we've got mandevilla flowers, and more cordyline plants. So we'll just keep walking around here and picking up some of the plants. Again, Plantfoldies, if you made it this far into the video and you have not pressed the thumbs up or like button for this video, please do so. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as give me a comment. Let me know what you think of some of the plants we're seeing today. As you can see, this is almost like a 4-part series video where I'm showing you big box store, an unboxing video, a life update, and another big box store. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all of the diverse content that we have today. And let's just keep walking around here and picking up some plants in the outdoor garden section of Walmart. Who is a fan of lantana? Because I am a huge fan of lantana, especially for southern climates where we get 100+ degree weather. This is a beautiful blooming ground cover that is a perennial, at least in my grow zone, which is 8B. It will continue to just come back year after year. Look at that bright bloom. This is by Better Homes and Garden, and you'll still get a lot of value from them. And you can just see that even in the early summer days, you can see that Walmart still has quite a bit of plants. Sometimes later in the summer, some of these plants start to get liquidated. Maybe it's because of the heat, but there are plenty of beautiful plants to choose from. Lots of petunias, lots of plants that are either on sale or even clearance. So big box store plant shopping is fun, especially when you find plants that are on clearance or on sale or just downright beautiful. Let me know in the comment section, again, Plant Foldies, if you go to specific big box stores to look for just plants that are on sale. I know I have been on a hunt to look for some of these plants. You can see even here, look at this beautiful hibiscus for $17.88. Love that beautiful yellow tone around it. And this is another Costa Farms plant as well. You know, Costa Farms, aside from the indoor tropical plants, they are also able to provide outdoor tropical plants. I just wish my grow zone would allow me to grow these plants year round, but unfortunately, if I were to grow a hibiscus, for instance, this plant would have to be overwinterized, and you know, there are just so many plants that you can bring indoors over the winter. It just becomes more of a stressor for me. And then you can see right here, this is on clearance. These are bougainvilleas, and I'm actually thinking about getting one of these and making it into a bonsai. So another life update, I recently became chosen to be an affiliate, a product endorser for the Bonsai Supply soil. I've been using that soil for a good 6-7 years, and I absolutely love it. So thankful that I was able to go to PlantCon 2025 in Houston, and I was able to meet one of the owners. We just got to talking about bonsai, and so thank you so much to the Bonsai Supply. They are now based out in Houston, Texas, and they sent me a lot of products, but I do want to make some videos where I show you how to make bonsai using big box store plants, nursery stock. So stay tuned for that, and I will have an affiliate link for the Bonsai Supply. I hope you guys will consider buying that soil. You can buy it on Amazon, but I believe once I get my affiliate link, you should be able to save some money. So if you're into Sansevieria or somebody that likes growing cactus or euphorbia, the Bonsai Supply soil is the best draining soil, aside obviously from Classy Rabbit. So, you know, for me, I like to talk about products that I truly believe in, that I've used for quite a while. And so those are the two soils I would recommend. I would also recommend growing caladiums if you like really bright, colorful plants. I mean, caladiums in general, you know, I am thinking about growing them indoors, maybe next year, because I've already inundated myself with so many aglaonema. I actually have another shipment from Indonesia, this time from my friend in Fran, from who actually has a nursery called leafcrafter.id. Follow him on Instagram. I was able to get lots of really inexpensive jumbo size aglaonema. So let's just continue to walk around and pick up some of these plants. I'm just gonna limit my commentary and just basically tour you around this Walmart and show you what outdoor plants they have. Feel free to chime into the comment section if you like certain plants, if you have questions about some of the plant care, because this is a long playing big box store plant shopping video today. As far as outdoor garden plants, I'm gonna say that Walmart is my go-to place because I have been able to save a lot of money on my plants. Whenever I am looking to save money in general, I will shop at Walmart. And as far as the quality of their plants, most of the time you will luck out and find some good quality plants. Same thing with their indoor tropical plants. So today we're gonna just look and see what they have available. So you'll see these 6-inch planters are for $9.97. These are the garden export plants. So basically this is Walmart's plant merchandising, or at least the plant brand that they have it under Garden Expert, and you'll see a lot of 6-inch planters for only $9.97, which is a really good price, whether it is a pothos plant, a dracaena of some sort. And then we're also looking at some of these Costa Farms hanging baskets. These ones are for only $19.98 in 8-inch hanging basket planters. And, you know, as far as Costa Farms, they do send a lot of plants to Walmart. Now, as far as the health of the plants, sometimes you will find them not in the best health, but typically you will find some really healthy plants as well at Walmart. You can also see we've got some growers bench plants, which have been really releasing a lot of some rare and uncommon philodendrons, like that philodendron silver sword. And then you'll just see a whole shelf and table full of Costa Farms plants. This one is a begonia maculata for $19.98 by Costa Farms Trending Tropical Plants. So, you know, plant foldies, if again you are somebody that likes to go big box or plant shopping, if you're looking for value plants, budget friendly plants, or plants in general that are going to be saving you money, shop at Walmart. You can see that this particular Walmart has a lot of Costa Farms plants, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the global green pothos. I'm here for the philodendron white knight. All of these Costa Farms plants are readily available, and that's the thing about going big box or plant shopping. These plants, whether you buy them today or another time, know that these are going to be restocked, and know that you're going to go find them for a really cost-effective plant price, especially if you are shopping at Walmart. You can see right here, if you are a plant foldie or somebody that claims to be one of my supporters, you must buy an Aglaonema red Siam, $15.98 in a self-watering planter. This is the mascot of my YouTube plant channel, because I love Aglaonemas, and that is a common universal variety that you can find. It is also easy to care for. I love the fact that it is one of those plants that people will just overlook, and I really just believe it's because not a lot of people find a lot of monetary value for it. It's not an expensive plant. It's not a rare plant. But what this particular plant has is longevity, easy care, drought tolerant, and it's beautiful. So that's me being a little bit biased, but I would hope you guys would buy yourself an Aglaonema red Siam. And look at this beautiful philodendron white knight, beautiful variegation, and it is also for only $19.84. So I'm just going to continue to pick up some more of these plants and, you know, wrap up today's big box store plant shopping video. I did want to show you two very different big box stores and how they handle their merchandising and what kind of plants they have. As you've seen earlier in this video, Target has it down when it comes to style and just quality of the plants, and then Walmart really has value to their plants. So it really just depends on how you want to go about your plant collection. I say don't limit yourself to just one place to buy your plants. I would say diversify where you buy your plants, whether it is at a big box store like Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, or Target, or if you are supporting online businesses or nurseries such as Prop and Grow Nursery, or small businesses like Peta's Planters in Dallas, Texas. I get my plants from all over, and recently I've just been getting a lot of plants from overseas through a broker. So, I mean, you can just imagine how many plants I have in my plant collection. I'm actually curious. I'm going to ask the plant foldies that are listening and watching this video. So I appreciate you. If you are still engaged, if you have not clicked away, if you haven't swiped away, really appreciate that. But in the comment section, if you can guess how many plants do you think I have in my plant collection correctly, I might actually just upload my houseplant tour video in my membership tier. So, you know, you have to be a super plant foldie in order to get my houseplant tour. So again, if you are interested in joining my YouTube membership tier, it is literally the price of a cup of coffee. Now, I'm hoping that we can all afford $2.99. That's even less than what you would pay for like a 5-inch or a 3-inch planter now these days, but you will have access to a lot of my personal plants, my lifestyle blog, my food blogs, anything that is outside of just my realm of big box or plant shopping. I do want to say thank you again to Plant Foldie, or should I say Super Plant Foldie David. It seems like every every live premiere, he gifts at least 5 lucky random plant foldies YouTube membership tiers. You cannot imagine how much it helps by being a YouTube membership tier on the sustainability of this channel. It definitely helps with some of my passive income, and it just helps push this content out to even more plant lovers like yourself. So let me stop talking about that and just keep showing you these plants. So this one is another Syndapsis, I think Silver Hero, for only $19.98. This one has been growing at this Walmart location for about a month or two, and it's still looking super healthy. I wish that they would actually clearance this out, because I would buy this in a heartbeat. Syndapsis are all the rave right now because there's so many different varieties. I would even say more so now than even the pothos plants. And then you can see right here. So we saw Monstera Thai constellations at Target, but we also have some for $29.97 by Growers Bench. Beautiful Monstera Thai constellations. And again, variegated Monstera at a big box store used to be unheard of, but now, I mean, I remember seeing these last year. It's super exciting that we can get access to the Monstera Thai constellations. It is a classic plant. It is a plant that will hold on to its variegation. It is a plant that in its juvenile stage, you do not want to water it very frequently because it is susceptible to root rot. So water it when the soil is completely dry. Give it very fast draining, chunky mixed soil. I would recommend buying Classy Rabbit soil on classyrabbit.com, and you will be golden. In terms of the other plants that are offered by Growers Bench, we've got the Alocasia Pink Dragon, we've got a Philodendron Silver Sword, and some other rare or uncommon philodendrons. I wouldn't even say these are really rare anymore, because if they made it to a big box store, then it is more easily accessible to the general public, which I am all for it. I mean, I feel like plants should not be priced to the point where they're costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think the plant hobby in general should be available for anybody that just wants greenery, wants plants to bring, some type of well-being. I know that, Costa Farms has done an amazing job doing that. You can see they have some that are for $5.97, or $5.77. This is a Syngonium. And so I'm just going to keep picking up some plants and showing you what they have at this Walmart. I would say that the selection is fair. They have quite a bit of plants. One that you could actually easily pick a plant to put into your space. So again, plant foldies, whether you shop at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, or Target, it is amazing that the plant foldy community continues to gather, and we have our live chats. Teal, shout out to Teal for creating a Facebook page for the plant foldies. I suppose you can join that. I don't have Facebook. I only have Instagram and YouTube as far as my social media. But for those that want to interact with other plant foldies, you can join that unofficial plant foldy Facebook group. So I wanted to put that out there for Teal. Really appreciate you taking the lead on that. And just for any plant foldies, again, that have become super plant foldies or YouTube members, just know that lots of new content out there. My houseplant tour will only be available on my YouTube membership tier. So definitely consider joining that. If you are watching this on a computer, you just have to hit the join button. If you are watching this on a phone using the YouTube app, you would have to go into the comment section. I will have a pinned comment with a direct link to my YouTube membership tier to join. And again, for those that have stayed YouTube members or super plant foldies, thank you. There are some emojis that will show you how long you've been a YouTube super plant foldy. And I recently made some emojis, custom emojis for the live premiere chats that super plant foldies or YouTube members can use during the live premiere chats. It is of Charlotte and Catriona, my little baby chickens. But anyways, as I wrap up and walk around this Walmart right here, know that I will have so many more videos. Super excited to be off this week, and I'm really trying to take it easy, but also try to be productive. Somebody had asked me, how do I maintain the tenacity to be able to do big box store plant shopping videos on a daily basis that are typically an hour? And I will just say it's because of this community. if I didn't have such loyal plant foldies that look forward to interacting with each other for about an hour or just watching these videos, I would not have really the inspiration or energy to do so. But I feel like I get so much value just creating content, because I feel like if it brings people a place where you can relax, you can meet other plant lovers, you can be your most authentic self, you can allow yourself to indulge in a plant addiction. That is really the reason why I will push myself to the limits about just working really hard, hours and hours of time put into creating daily plant shopping videos. And it just allows me to talk. You've heard me talk about this before. I love to talk. I'm super repetitive. I can be slightly cringy for some people, but you know what? That is me. And the ones that really appreciate me for who I am, that's really the people I cater to. It's not always about the number of people that follow you. It is always going to be the amount of people that genuinely give you the love, care, and appreciation. And I'm going to repeat this again. Plant foldies, you guys are the best. Know that each and every one of you guys are seen, valued, and heard. And, as I wrap up today's video, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing multiple different types of content. Feel free to join my YouTube membership tier if you can. It does help me out. And as always, my name is Richie at Grow Folds. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, with all the notification bell on. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.